Today on The Social, Bad Bunny's powerful Super Bowl show. We discuss all the highlights and subtle surprises in the Puerto Rican singer's historic halftime performance. And after recovering from a torn ACL, Lindsay Vonn crashes during her downhill ski run at the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics. Why some are questioning whether the injured athlete should have competed in the first place. Then, it's a sprint, not a marathon. 15-minute Olympic-level strategies to make healthy and efficient meals that meddle in flavor. Plus, stars of the dance drama The Next Step. Jordan Clark and Trevor Tordjman are here with a preview of their next big show. It all starts now on The Social.
Amazing.
Dude, there are so many people here.
It's full.
It's incredible.
Wow.
Where did we get the extra chairs?
I know. I've never seen this many people here.
Listen, today at the desk we have actor and comedian Miguel Rivas.
Hello. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Hello. Hello.
Journalist and speaker Farah Nasser.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what last night was? It was a game, you know, the Super Bowl. You guys watch it? Huh? Seattle Seahawks. Guys, they defeated the New England Patriots. 29-13 in a dominant performance. Talk about that defense. Wow. But the biggest moment of the night, come on, Bad Bunny's hotly anticipated show. Featuring cameos from Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin, Pedro Pascal, Cardi B, and Jessica Alba, among others. So, Miguel, what'd you think?
Well, as the resident Latino on the panel today, I must say I thought it was totally incredible. I thought that what I first want to say about it is I thought it was all love.
Yeah.
I thought what it was such a positive experience in a time where, you know, people were expecting some sort of statement in general, which I think was made, but it could have been a sort of chanting anti, you know, a certain type of thought kind of situation, and instead he presented his hometown, his home state, his home country, his Americanness to everybody. It's a shame that they still have to remind everybody that Puerto Rico is part of America.
Yeah, it's like they need a reminder.
Which is so annoying. But also, I thought it was just a representation of, you know, I'm not Puerto Rican, I'm Canadian, but I'm Nicaraguan descendant, and he shouted out Nicaragua. And I just thought it was a beautiful representation of working against the rhetoric that goes against Latino people right now.
Yeah.
I think it's a very strange time to be a Latino person in North America. And they're vilified. We're vilified a lot, especially in America, less so in Canada. And I thought that Bad Bunny's performance was like, we're human.
Yeah.
We all have
We're all
humanity.
human.
Let's be nice to each other.
Yeah, which is part of what he said.
Well said.
It was actually part of his speech when he won the Grammy. He also kind of mentioned that we're not aliens, we're all humans. And I thought the same thing. And I was thinking about, you know, this is his second time performing during the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Back in 2020, he took the stage with Shakira and J-Lo. He rapped in Spanish, only in Spanish. No one complained about it back then. Very interesting.
Yeah.
But if somebody had told me back then in 2020 that Bad Bunny would be back, not to only headline by himself, but put on an incredible show that I think at this point is the most watched Super Bowl show in history.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have believed it. And what I was expecting was a great performance, and the set, the music, the special guests. When I saw Ricky Martin, I literally started screaming.
Gosh.
But what
He hasn't aged at all.
He hasn't aged at all.
54, how does he look like
you know
that?
what? You know what also Ricky Martin? Ricky Martin, to me, it was great that he was a part of the performance because he represents an immigrant who, you knew in order to cross over back then, you had to speak English. And that's what Ricky had to do. And him being back on that stage with Benito saying, you know what, you don't have to change who you are. You can speak Spanish and you can still make it here, to me, was a very strong message.
And it took maybe Ricky doing it first, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
Listen,
the way.
all of those people.
He was the first one to live La Vida Loca.
He was. He was. But
now we all are.
I don't know about anybody else, but that last part of his performance when he was calling out all of the different countries and I saw my family's flag, I teared up because I'm like, yes, it's a reminder that we've all come to this country in North America to live out this dream and that we are not the enemy. We are all the same. And I saw so much of my culture from the very beginning of the performance to the very end. And when he called out Canada, by the way, that's the only way I'm saying it from now on.
I think we all felt, did we all feel that sort of thing like,
are you
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I felt that there were just little moments that felt so endearing and filled you with joy, like the moment where you saw two older men playing dominoes. Like, when have you ever seen that in a halftime show?
But you know what? But if you're from the Caribbean, that is a regular
thing, for sure.
You know that.
You see that at a Super Bowl halftime, and then you see little kids, sleeping at a wedding on the
because
chair.
that's
That was
also
so
real.
relatable.
Yeah.
Like, my
Just
kids
so
do that. I did that as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, it was
You know the great backstory on that couple? They actually reached out to Bad Bunny and said, hey, would you mind coming to our wedding? Sometimes people do that because you never know, he might show up. And Bad Bunny messages them back and be like, actually, I have a different idea. You guys want to get married at the Super Bowl? Which, by the way, I'm not a fan of marriage, but if you want to marry me at the Super Bowl, I'm all in.
I'll get married at the Super Bowl.
You always get divorced?
So, yeah, fix that later.
You know what I really liked? I love that the NFL made a business case for inclusion. Right? And I think that's sometimes what it takes to break through to people who don't understand why inclusion is so important, right? So this is the fastest growing market for the NFL, the Latino market, right? There's 70 million people who identify as Latinos in the States. They do not get new eyeballs by preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
They get new eyeballs, right? By doing something totally different that, I won't even say his name, but
you almost came close there, Farah. I saw it. On the tip of that tongue of yours.
Today?
The Orange Man,
He who shall not be named.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Voldemort. Should we just call him Voldemort from now on? Anyway, but he, the two largest markets for the NFL, Brazil and Mexico, right? Yeah. They're trying to be Super Bowl's trying to be global, right? Yeah. They've gone to a record, I think it's 5 cities playing 7 games internationally this season. They're trying to make this beyond just white, English-speaking America. And I just think that this was such a beautiful way to do it, and I hope other companies see this example.
Yeah. Great point. Great point.
Nice point.
And I appreciate that it was a showcase of love, but it was still also a soft power protest in some ways. Just by nature of existing on that stage with that group of people with no English, it was meant to make a statement like that. But there was also little subtle things, like something that I really took to, I thought was really clever. First of all, I love how the Super Bowl performances are not really like stage shows anymore. They're sort of live action TV shows that happen on the football field for some reason. But when he climbed the electricity pole, that might have just looked like nothing if you don't know what's going on in Puerto Rico, where they're having rolling blackouts all the time, where people are having
to... And they pay the most for electricity.
And they pay the most, and it's because the U.S. government doesn't give them enough money to uphold their infrastructure. So this may just look like a cool thing, and it looks pretty cool. But it was also a political statement. I liked that a lot.
Yeah, no, it was overall 100 out of 10 for me.
I agree.
Such a great job.
Really great.
Exceeded expectations. All right. So let's move on to our next topic. Have you ever felt like a second choice? In a recent interview, you guys don't like that. All right, Michael Douglas admits that he didn't know his Oscar-winning role as Gordon Gekko in Wall Street was offered to Warren Beatty and Richard Gere before they offered it to him. All right, so he admitted that, quote, you always like to think that you were the first one or you were the one. So would it bother you to know that you weren't the first choice for something? Audience?
It does.
Everybody said, wow.
For me, it depends on who they chose before me. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's say there was a hosting gig, and I found that I was the third choice after, Jimmy Kimmel and Oprah Winfrey. I'd be like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That would never happen. But to be honest, I would be very, very petty if I found out I was third or fourth choice after people that maybe I thought I was better than. My ego would truly get in the way, and I'd be like, what? I would be petty about it.
Yeah, I'd be petty if it's personal relationships, not work so much, but if it was like, oh, you're proposing to me, but 2 months ago you proposed to that other girl, but she said no, now you're here with that secondary ring, I'm upset. That I can handle.
I feel
I couldn't handle.
I feel like I'm the patron saint of second choices. Like I feel like
You're
honestly,
okay with it?
No, oh yeah, work-wise.
Okay.
Honestly, like I feel the way I became a news anchor was because somebody couldn't make it, so they put me in. There was a time where I got to interview the Prime Minister because the anchor was sick, the main anchor who was going to interview the Prime Minister. There was a time where during the Biden election I got to break the news because the other anchor had to leave. Like I've gotten so many opportunities being second choice, and I'm fine with it. And you know what? I feel like there's this magic to it too because you're hungrier, right? You show up
It's
in
like
a
you're
different
always
way.
the perpetual
You're like,
bench warmer.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna kill this. You know?
I'm not only the
I'm okay with
resident Latino on the panel, I'm also the resident actor on the panel. And it sounds to me like this is a room of people who haven't been rejected hundreds of times. Thousands of times, year after year. One of my agents is in the audience. She knows. It's rejection central.
So you're not bothered by this?
No, it's just how it works. And artistically, a movie doesn't exist until it exists.
Yeah.
It's just an idea. So, you know, the Warren Beatty version of Wall Street was going to be a totally different film.
Yeah.
It's Michael Douglas's film. He made it his own. So, I don't know, she feel good about it.
And isn't that the win for Michael Douglas? Because you can't imagine anyone else playing Gekko rather than him. He wins. He wins.
He won.
Hey, up next, restaurants are putting their time limits on dinner reservations, and some diners aren't too pleased about it.
You look really
Tomorrow on The Social, singer-songwriter Julie Black is back with her take on trending topics. This week on The Social, winter hair rescue. Stylist Jason Lee is back to save our strands with products and tips that actually work.
Welcome back, everyone. Hey, why don't you get some free tickets to see a show like U of T Medicine up here in the front, kid? It's incredible, you guys. Stay in school. Keep doing what you're doing. Just scan that QR code right over here for more info.
Yeah. And how much are the tickets, Jess?
Free!
They're free 99, folks. All right, so let's dive into our next story. American Olympian Lindsay Vonn suffered a terrifying crash just seconds into her downhill run at the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics, breaking her left leg. Now, the 41-year-old athlete who has suffered countless injuries in her career was skiing on a torn ACL in her left knee. Now, some critics have accused Vonn of taking up a spot that could have gone to a younger, healthier athlete. So do coaches or team officials have a responsibility to pull athletes if they suffer serious injuries? That is the question. What do you guys think? Everybody's kind of on the fence.
I don't know. You know, okay, look, I was rooting for her like everyone else, and this was such a fluke. This had nothing to do with, by the way, her injury, right? She got caught in a gate or whatever with her pole, and it just happened to be that way. But I think there's a fine line, like this is a bigger issue. I think there's a fine line between resilience and addiction. Right?
Oh, okay.
When you are in a high-performing role and you are just addicted, and it's your value, your ego, who you are, it's really hard to look inward and be self-aware. And I think a really good example of self-awareness is Simone Biles. Do you remember?
Yeah.
When she said, she was like, I cannot handle this. I don't want to do this. It's not good for my mental health. She came back later, but she was self-aware enough to understand that. And I've seen it even in our industry, on the anchor chair, where people are like, they're like, no, I'm not leaving. This is mine, you know? Like, and it's like, well, are you sure this is still your time, right? Like, is it your time? Is it time to get new blood in? And I know it's a controversial take, but
I think ageism can be a bad thing, but allow me to be controversial as well. Isn't Olympic sports one thing where ageism is literally measured? And you it's not about do you want to do it, it's who is the best, and it skews young because it's athletics. To me, hanging on, it's not ageist to me to be like, there's other people who are probably better than you because they're younger.
Well, for me, it wasn't about, I thought the ageism stuff was kind of dopey in a sense, because if she's still performing at a peak level, then she's proving that she can do it.
And if she qualified to be there.
She qualified to be there. She's not taking
to be there.
What tripped me up, guys, was reading about the 9-day-old torn ACL. ACL. Back to my medicine, U of T, people.
Dr. Jess Allen, folks.
I looked up what the ACL does. Essentially,
What
holds
does it
your
do?
kneecap in place. And I also looked up the recovery time, typical recovery time for an athlete. It's not 9 days, it's 9 to 12 months. And so in my head,
That's
it's
true,
like
yeah.
at this point, it's not her age, it's not her lack of ambition, it's not her strength. It's the point where when does a coach step in and say, hey,
Oy.
you're always going to say yes. Simone Biles
it's
is
an
almost
addiction.
An,
It's like a.
you know,
wait.
Athletes are always going to say, yes, I'll do
don't
it.
know.
No, I'm going to take Lindsay's side in this. First of all, I was gutted to see her fall.
It was rough.
What she was doing at 41 years old was not only just, I'm a fan of hers, but also I feel like any woman past 35, you know that the way kind of the world treats you, like your time is up, you're old, you're over the hill. So her being there for me was just like, yeah, it's not about her age. She's there, she's strong, she qualified, so let's respect that. First of all, but I think it's easy for those of us who are not professional athletes, who don't use our bodies, and we're sitting on the couch watching every 4 years as we do,
you and me.
deciding who can do and what you should and shouldn't do.
I'm an expert.
I watched, Lindsay Vonn has a wonderful documentary that's on Crave that I encourage people to watch. And when you see the heart and how hard she's worked and all of the injuries that she has put herself through and come back, and we didn't have a problem with it before because she was younger, I guess, it wasn't an issue. It's one of those things that athletes do this all the time. We can talking about NBA, NFL. People go out concussed, which is not safe. And we don't ever talk about it when it's men, but for some reason
Well,
we are
in a
attacking her
sense,
as a
Sidney
woman.
Crosby
and,
missed
and what I'm saying is,
almost
it's
all-
for
I
her.
don't know.
At 41 years old, she's been doing this sport for decades. It is for her to decide
No,
if she's
well,
ready to go back out,
isn't
and
it-
nobody else is.
I
We
think-
are not in a position to tell her, no, you should sit at home because
We're definitely not.
We read on the internet that it takes 9 months for you to heal. Maybe she's like, yeah, but I'm not
We're
like
not,
you.
but her
We're not.
doctors, her coaches, like.
At the end of the day, your doctors sometimes can be wrong.
Look,
and sometimes it
that's
comes down
true,
to
but
how
if-
you
if
feel.
we think
And this is
about-
her last chance at competing. And maybe she was like, I'm willing to take the chance.
I watched 4 minutes of downhill skiing and I read about ACLs on Wikipedia for 30 seconds.
And now
I think I know what I'm talking about.
you're right.
Okay?
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay, now on to an awkward situation facing diners. Many restaurants are implementing time limits, with some patrons being asked to leave their table exactly 90 minutes after their reservation started. I'm so happy you guys are on my side for this one. Are you supportive of time limits on restaurant reservations? What do you guys think?
Okay.
No,
listen.
it's so rude.
It's so rude. Story time. So Cynthia and I went for drinks and dinner after work one day. We went to this place, which I will not name. And as soon as we got in there, before we were even sat down or handed our menus, the waitress said, there's a limit. You guys can only be here for 45 minutes, okay? So just so you know before you sit down. And I was ready to leave. Because I was like, so you want me to pay money, you want a tip, and no, you're insulting me before I even sit down? Honey, listen, I could eat at home. I'm here to socialize with my friend and order some food. So treat me with some kind of respect. Also, to these restaurants, it's also incumbent on you to not take a half an hour to bring me my entree and then also tell me I gotta be out of here at 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Bring me
Totally.
my food right away and then I'll move faster. So I think there's a more polite way to do it. But if you start telling me about the time I have before I sit down, child, I'm going home.
See, well,
Ridiculous.
I think they did the right thing in your story, telling you before. I don't
You
want
think so?
to. I don't want to sit down and start eating, and then they're like, by the way, you have to leave in an hour. I'll be like, what? If I knew that, I wouldn't have sat down. I prefer they tell me when I arrive, which I've had many times where they're like, just so you know, there's a 2-hour time limit on these tables, which 2 hours is much more reasonable than 45 minutes.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I know that. I'll choose to stay. I feel like that's the way to do it. And like restaurants are struggling really hard.
Exactly, so you should be glad that I'm sitting there and keep ordering. Because I do feel guilty when I stay longer and I order more stuff when I stay longer. So you're welcome.
It's so
Tip zero.
unromantic. It's so unromantic to just be like, oh, you have a 90-minute limit. Like, we go to restaurants to not look at the clock. Like, if I wanted to look at the, like, I might as well be eating a protein bar in my car then.
Tell,
Right? Like, why-
but tell
why
that to
am I
the
sitting in a
manager
beautiful
balancing the budget of
restaurant?
the restaurant. They're going to be like, we need X amount of tables in here tonight, or we're not open next week.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
how
they
we
need
keep
to have things flow at a certain pace.
It's just an unwritten rule. Like, I'm paying for this meal.
I totally understand, but I like the idea when I make a reservation, which is very rarely because I don't go out because I'm so cheap. But generally they say, hey, just a FYI, you have your table for 90 minutes. Is that okay? And I'm like, yes, that's okay. You know what? I like being told ahead of time, and I love following the rules. So when I'm not a rule breaker. So when I go to one of those places, I know I have 90 minutes. But super, super fancy restaurants, they would never dream of doing this.
Yeah.
That's why they're so expensive. Do you know what I mean? Because they're not operating on that model of turn the seats so
The
much.
experience, they're modeling
They
the
know,
experience.
But if they're hard to get, but some restaurants do that. If they're hard to get into and they want to, you know, they want to give everybody a chance to get into the restaurant.
That's true. If you want to get in, you take your 90-minute slot and eat and get out.
And let's be clear, I'm fine if I'm booking the reservation and in the reservation you have it in black and white that it's 90 minutes. I'm fine with that. But if I'm walking into your half-dead restaurant with no one sitting there, don't tell me about 45 minutes.
Tell us the restaurant.
I think
legal would frown upon that.
I think there needs to be another area in restaurants so that if I'm done, right, I get up from my table. So
And
somebody else at the table, and I sit in the lounge. And you give me, you know, maybe a cocktail at a discounted price or something where I'm sitting and I'm, you know, enjoying.
You walk into a restaurant, you see a bunch of people lying around on chaise lounges. You're gonna be like, let's go somewhere else.
Is that kicking me out? You give me a half-price cocktail. I don't know. No? Is that no?
You know who's going to be making a lot of dinner reservations soon? Those Valentine's people, huh? Valentine's people. It's approaching. And we look at the influencer trying to expand the meaning of that holiday. That's coming up next. Welcome back, everyone. So, influencer Tinks is encouraging people to get together with those they love this Valentine's Day, no matter the dynamic. She says it's all about really rooting yourself in the love that you do have in your life. The friends from, you know, the love you have with your friends, your family, your pets, your cats. You get the idea, right? So do you like this idea of reframing Valentine's Day, or should it stay in its lane and focus on romantic love? What do you think?
I love this idea. I think, you know, one person being everything to you, that's too much pressure. Like, there's like 5 or 6 people that fill that love role in my life. And it's very funny. This year, actually, this has come up. So every year, my parents say that, tell us, you know, we'll take the kids. You guys have Valentine's Day together. And every year, we ship off our kids and we do something romantic and that kind of thing. And yeah, it's sweet. But this year, I told my parents, no, I want to keep the kids. Because you know why? They're getting older.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to have a lot of Valentine's Days left with them. So I know they're going to want to be with their friends or boyfriends and girlfriends at some point. They're preteens, and I want to keep them. And to me, this year, it's going to be about them. I know.
Oh, that's very
really
sweet.
nice. That's really nice.
Very sweet.
That's very sweet.
Me and my wife did that on New Year's this year, being like, let's not go out on New Year's, let's hang out with the kids and give them like a memory for it.
And how was it?
It was special. It was really, really wonderful. And I think that like New Year's is a good example because you have this impetus that you have to be at the best party ever, and if you're not, you feel like a failure. And Christmas, you're supposed to have this big, warm family that loves everyone, and there might be infighting. Holidays bring these like stresses.
It's true. It's true.
I'm not talking about anyone specifically, but if you're watching, you know who I'm talking about. So I think making this one a nice one is a good idea because every holiday is so stressful.
But is Valentine's Day that stressful? Maybe I'm a little out of touch, but I feel like Valentine's Day has been about like all types of love, your girlfriends, your pets, your kids,
You think it's
for like
always
a
been that way?
long time now. And that this influencer is conveniently rebranding it for herself because the day after Valentine's Day, she's also releasing a new cat food. So it's like this brand partnership.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
Valentine's Day cat food.
Yeah, you know, Valentine's Day should be about cat food.
mind is always
Also,
working.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is about cat
Self-product.
food. Also, here's my cat food that you can buy the next day,
See, yeah.
which is like Valentine's Day, sort of all around. It's kind of like a branded thing, don't you think?
No.
Is that a strong pitch
No.
for cat food?
No,
It's
it's not.
about love.
You know, it's very interesting, but I think that Valentine's Day, especially if you're bothered by the fact that you're not in a romantic relationship, Valentine's Day feels like it's a reminder. It's like, hey, you're by yourself. You're lonely.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people are like, yeah, we should celebrate all love. You know what? Let Valentine's Day be for the lovers, and you remind yourself, if it's bothering you a little bit, that it's just another day, and you're going to get up, have breakfast, go to work, talk to your friends, go to the gym, busy yourself with something else. Let's not try to reframe this. Valentine's Day is for the lovers, and that's fine, and let's let it be. It's giving very much, you know those, every once in a while there's a story about a single woman who throws herself her own wedding, and she puts on the white dress and the veil and the whole bit, and she wants to marry herself, and she got the vows and the ring, and you're like, girl,
And then
This is not this.
Not for you.
You can love yourself
totally
without all this
agree.
then it turns
nonsense.
out she's selling cat food? Like, what the heck?
I totally
weird.
agree with you,
So
but at
weird.
the same time, the Valentine's Day I remember the most had nothing to do with romantic love and all about being in grade 1 to grade 6,
Oh, that
where
was
you
the
gave out
best.
Valentine's
Yeah, to
to your
everybody.
buddies.
Yeah.
To everybody. That's
Oh,
how I
I love
associate
that.
Valentine's
I
Day.
didn't have
We
that.
all just want to
Yeah,
be
you didn't
babies
have that.
again.
You
I
didn't
didn't have
have
that Valentine's Day. The person who came to the door, you knew who was special and who was popular because they got all the balloons and all the cards. And the rest of us regular degulars were like, all right, well, see you next year.
Hey, Miguel, will you be our Valentine?
I'll be all of your Valentines.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Everyone
being
in the
here.
studio audience.
Everybody.
We love
I
it. Everyone
have
gets a
heart.
Valentine.
We appreciate you a great deal. Thanks for joining
for
us
having me.
today.
Appreciate it.
Hey, up next, this is super exciting. Alyssa Steinberg shows us healthy meals that you can prep in less than 15 minutes.
There's never a dull moment at The Social.
We are going to have one heck of a time.
With hot takes and fiery debates.
I'm too old for Leonardo DiCaprio anyway.
We dive headfirst into juicy conversations.
Where are his wild oats now?
No topic is too messy.
I'm gonna blame all of the boyfriends that I've had.
No discussion too heated.
That is an invasion, in my opinion.
We break it down and stir it up.
Is that a red flag?
Just real talk and fresh opinions. Unfiltered,
It's hard.
unexpected,
This conversation has changed significantly.
and always entertaining.
Are you guys having a good time?
Watch The Social, weekdays at 2 p.m. on CTV.
All right, welcome back. According to Statistics Canada, lack of time is the #1 reason over 70% of Canadians rely on ready-to-eat or takeout meals instead of cooking at home.
Well, our next guest says meal planning doesn't have to be that way. She's here to share 15-minute Olympic-level meal strategies to make our meals efficient and healthy. Please welcome back to the show registered dietitian Alyssa Steinberg.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. Hey, listen, you love meal planning. You highly recommend it.
Yes.
Tell us why. Why do you love it so much?
So meal planners eat more vegetables and fruit, cut back on sugar and salt, and just overall, it's just less stressful. There's no thinking. The thinking is done. Think once, eat well all week. Meal planning
I
is
love
food
that.
That's a great
freedom.
thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, think
Exactly.
once.
Let's work with our kitchen, not against it.
Okay, so where does one start? 'Cause it sounds easy, but how do we start?
So it's not about more recipes, it's strategy. So I teach my clients to think 1, 2, 3, build our plate. So 1 is half our plate vegetables and fruit, 2, protein, 3, whole grains for the other quarter.
Gotcha, that's easy.
This plate actually increases vegetable intake by 46%.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And it cuts decision fatigue. So you're in control, not your fridge, not your pantry, and definitely not your delivery app.
Okay.
Whoa,
that's good to know.
okay. So you have some gold medal. Get it?
Yes.
Time-saving strategies. What are these and tell us about them?
So my Olympic level gold medal kitchen shortcuts can reduce cooking time by 50%. Because the fastest meal is the one you actually are making.
Yeah.
So 1 is think less dishes. So sheet pan, 1 skillet, slow cooker.
Okay.
2 is batch cook. Double or triple your recipes so you have intentional
smart.
leftovers.
Right.
Yeah.
And 3, ask yourself, what does your fridge and freezer look like right now? Does it need a makeover? So my pro
I need some
tip,
groceries.
right? Okay. So when you get your groceries, my pro tip is to prep them before they go in the fridge.
Okay.
Think about a bag of grapes.
Yeah.
Magically, if you've washed them, de-stem them, put them in a bowl,
Yep.
eye level in the fridge, they are eaten in record time.
Yep.
So the bottom line is if it's easy, it's consistent, and that's what drives health.
Yeah, you're so right. All right, so let's get started. First up, we have breakfast. So walk us through what we're making on our first step.
Okay, this is our energy ball speed
Here's your
round.
timer, ma'am.
We are making cookie dough energy balls with only 6 ingredients.
Cool. Okay.
So we have nut butter, almond flour, maple syrup, vanilla, ground flax seeds, and of course, chocolate chips.
Okay.
Whoa.
So we have 6, I bet it's only gonna take us 60 seconds to make this recipe. Gloves on, when you're ready, we're gonna add all of the ingredients to the bowl.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna give it a mix and roll 1 ball each.
It's gonna take us 60
The
seconds
clock
just to
is
get into the
going
glove.
on.
I know. Just
No
wait.
pressure.
Okay.
All right.
And I have a whistle.
Oh, so
When
you're really
ready,
timing us.
We are timing you.
What
We are
is-
timing
Okay.
you.
We got
Okay.
this, buddy.
Do we? You got this.
Okay,
Two,
all right,
time
ready?
on.
Okay, ready?
Go.
Ready?
Go
You have
on
your
your
time?
mark. Get set. Go.
this out.
Right,
Get
get it out.
Get it out. Get it out. Just get the fingers in there.
Yeah, we got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
All right. There we go.
Protein energy bar.
All right.
Yes, buddy. Yes.
All right.
Now, I'm your coach.
Performs well under pressure.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
It's not turning into a
ready.
ball.
Yeah, it is.
I think you're ready.
Is it
You're ready. You're ready.
Ready?
Yeah. If it's sticky, it's ready.
Okay.
Ready for
All right.
action. And one ball each. On your marks, get set. Let's see where we're at.
Delicious.
Delicious?
It's good.
Are you eating it?
Yeah,
Just like that
eat
ball?
it. Cookie dough
I'm
energy
making
balls.
this tomorrow.
Yes. So exactly. So that only took, I think, maybe 45 seconds.
Okay.
Add an extra minute to finish off the batter. 8 balls, 5 grams of protein each. So when we think meal prep takes forever, you just made energy balls in 45 seconds.
You're right.
And they're delicious.
It is very good.
I cannot wait to
Add
make
some
this.
fruit, add some yogurt to balance out your plate.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, right? And we
the fruit, the yogurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My pro tip is find a breakfast you actually look forward to waking up to in the morning.
true.
Who doesn't want cookie dough?
Yeah, I'm eating
Right?
it. I'm all in.
Very
Right?
good point.
Okay.
I'm very excited because we're moving on to lunch, and you say we're doing the viral rotisserie chicken big salad. I don't know what this is.
I've never heard of
Walk
this.
us through.
So this viral rotisserie bag salad has been recreated by many as millions of views because it's so fast and it's still balanced.
Okay.
But this here's our quick assembly round, which means no cooking, minimal prep.
Okay.
So as I speak, we're gonna add all of the ingredients to our rotisserie chicken bag.
Are we going to be on a timer for this one too?
And no timer, but it's that fast.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
So
hold the bag,
you
you
hold
put
the
it in.
bag?
Perfect. Team efforts. So we're adding some colorful veggies that last for
Okay.
days in the fridge.
So red cabbage.
Cooked chicken.
Cooked chicken
Okay.
from the rotisserie.
It's already halfway done.
Oh, what's
Pearl
this?
barley.
I love pearl barley.
Okay.
Leftover starch
I got it,
for
got
a
it.
low glycemic index boost. Edamame beans.
Yep.
Red bell peppers.
Okay.
I'm loving the speed over here.
yes.
Okay.
And instant flavor with soy sauce, chili oil, cilantro,
Ooh.
and green onions.
Okay,
Boom.
dump it all in there.
Are you ready for the next most amazing
yes.
step?
Okay,
Let me get that in.
And
All
the
right.
most
Zipperoonie.
Zipperoonie. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I
Okay.
zipperoonie properly because
And
Yeah.
yeah.
You're wearing a very light
I'm wearing a
colored coat.
suit that
Fancy
does not
outfit.
belong to me. All right, so we got
The
it.
kitchen is messy business.
All right,
And
so-
shake it like you mean it. Shake it like a
All right.
Yeah.
That was easy.
And then serve yourself a little bit and let us know what you think.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
It is
Jess.
literally a party in your mouth. Wow,
Ooh.
I'm loving this.
It smells really good
It
too.
smells delicious.
All right.
Okay, let's dive in.
It's
let's
a
dive
feel-good
in.
recipe. We have protein, we have
Oh,
starch,
that's nice.
and a
That's
dietitian.
That's nice. That's nice.
So good.
Quickly.
Yes. Yes.
How long in the fridge will this last?
This could last up to 5 days in the fridge.
That's what I'm talking about. Lunch every day for 5
so when
days.
in doubt, quick assembly. It's the perfect, that's the key for lunch when time escapes us.
All right. Okay, good.
All right.
Our last Olympic event is dinner. We are going to be racing to complete, or what are we going to be racing to compete
We
this
are
time?
making spaghetti and meatballs, but lighter, faster, and veggie boosted.
Oh,
All right, so what's the first step?
So our first step, so it takes 10 minutes to cook a pot of pasta.
Okay. Yeah.
But it actually only takes, guess how long? 30 seconds to spiralize zucchini noodles as an alternative. So the trick is to actually make
know,
sure
we're
it's
both, like,
flat
looking.
on
It's like,
both
okay.
edges. And here we go.
Oh,
here we
that's
go.
pretty cool.
Here we go. Show
That's
us
pretty
show
cool.
us the product. Show us
Wow.
the stringy noodles. Here we go.
Oh, good.
That's
All right.
pretty cool.
That's a smart idea.
10 minutes, 30 seconds.
Well, this is
All
where things
Have
might
I sold you on spiralizers?
You have sold me.
Right?
This is going to get messy, though.
Yes.
You're making your own marinara. Everyone's got their own version. Very simple
Yeah.
tomato sauce.
Okay.
How do you do yours?
All right, so jarred marinara is often loaded with
Yes.
sugar and salt. So I'm going traditional Italian here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get my hands dirty.
Yeah, you are.
And we're gonna squeeze one ingredient whole canned tomatoes.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a traditional way.
Yeah.
And then here we go.
I know we're both standing back from our
Yeah,
outfits.
You can back it up here. It's okay.
So
I
you
will take
squeeze
one for
that
the
up.
team over here.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how we make homemade traditional marinara sauce.
And you have this on the
Talk
heat
about
when you're doing
hands-on
this?
learning at its finest.
Okay.
So we're gonna add here some spices.
Yep, what do you add there?
And we're gonna add in some olive oil, some Italian spices, garlic powder and salt.
Okay, something a lot
and
of
guess
people
what?
have.
This marinara sauce is done.
That's it?
Wow.
And it's whole.
No reducing it on the stove top.
That's
It's
incredible.
just done.
Yes.
All right, so
Okay,
now
yeah.
we're gonna make these final ingredients, but walk us through what
Yes.
they are first.
Okay, so our final ingredient is our protein.
Okay.
We have a cheesy stuffed meatballs, but the trick here is a sheet pan. This sheet pan is minimal prep. It takes under 15 minutes to get it all together, and there's no babysitting the oven.
Yeah.
So essentially, once this is done, we're gonna add in our zucchini noodles, add in our cooked pasta, our fresh marinara sauce, top it off with more cheese, bake it in the oven for 10 minutes, and buon appetito, dinner is done.
Brilliant
Yeah.
and delicious.
Yes,
This is
yes.
so
delicious.
It checks all the
delicious.
boxes. It's 15 minutes, it's feel-good ingredients,
Yeah.
and it absolutely is delicious.
This is delicious.
So my takeaway here is when it's easy, so the key thing is keep meal planning easy. Give your kitchen a little makeover, pick a few dinner recipes for inspiration, simplify intimidating recipes, and make it fun. Give yourself
What
a pat
you
on the
did.
back.
We did
You
that
did.
today.
We're gonna give you a pat on the back.
Think
Lindsay, that was
outside the box.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And our congrats to our Olympic chefs.
Our Olympic chefs.
Right here on the social.
Oh my God. Hey, listen, we'll be right back with dancers Jordan Clark and Trevor Tordjman from the new hit show, The Next Step.
Yay.
Go listen.
This, I love.
Welcome back, everyone. The Next Step is the hit Canadian dance drama that followed young dancers chasing big dreams and went on to become a global phenomenon, running for 10 seasons.
Yes. And now, as the series takes its final bow, the cast is heading out on a worldwide legacy tour. And joining us are two fan favorites who are not only leading the tour, but choreographing it. Please welcome Jordan Clark and Trevor Tordjman. Good to have you guys here. Oh, bring it down. Give us a little 8 count right on the top. I love that.
6, 7,
You gotta
8.
start it that way.
I love that. All right, so a lot of fans know the characters from the TV show, Trevor, but how does performing in front of a live audience compare to like taping the show?
Oh, it's so different. I mean, live audience, there's so much energy. Like when we're on set,
Yeah.
you guys know about energy. You guys know. There's
I know,
so
like
much
this.
energy when you're live. On set is amazing, but you don't actually get to see the fans, interact with the fans, and so sometimes it's quite overwhelming. Some of these audiences, everyone there.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's the best ever, truly.
It's the best feeling ever. So we're really excited to go on tour again. It's been a long time, and we're stretching. We're warming up.
Look at
Keeping the
that.
hamstrings warm.
We can't do that, so we're not going to try. Okay.
So you're not just dancing, you're choreographing the
Yes.
entire thing. So how do you decide what goes in? I mean, 10 seasons is a long time. What do you put in? What do you take out?
Honestly, it was really hard. It was
Yeah.
really, really hard. I think there's some non-negotiables that need to be in the show, so
Right.
that's 100% in. But then we looked to social media. We looked at what our fans were saying and what they really want to see. I see you out there.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, hardcore fans here.
Yes. We wanted to make a show that felt nostalgic to our fans. So everything is for them.
Yeah.
So
Yes, we got some never before seen footage. We
Yep.
got a lot of new choreography. It's
Yes.
really fun.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
fantastic. Now, people may not know this, but you guys don't just work together. You're actually married to each other as well. Yes. And your wedding video went viral with over 2 million views. So is this just a
yes.
regular thing for you, the two of you guys just like break out and dance at any moment?
Pretty
Yeah, it
much.
kind of is,
Yeah.
kinda is,
In
you
the
know.
kitchen, we definitely like to dance
I
battle.
love the way
Also-
you're playing it coy. Like,
I
are we
know,
gonna
I
dance
love
in
it.
the
Look at
typecast?
this. Look at this. Our families didn't know that this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So it was very much a surprise.
Shoes off, girl.
Oh,
Yes, get rid of those
Yes,
heels.
there was no heels allowed in this
Yeah.
moment. I was like, let me shake it.
I
Yes.
mean, leading up to this, like, everyone's like, we're so excited for your dance, your first dance. We're like, should we be choreographing a dance? Like, we weren't ready for this.
We were not ready.
So a week before, we're like, we got to get something together. So that's what this was.
Yeah.
And all of our friends are dancers as well. So the people at the end that we throw in,
They didn't know. They didn't know that we were gonna call them in.
This is my cousin.
Yeah,
This is
so
Lamar who was on the next step.
I literally
Look
went to
at
them
that.
and I was like, you got 2 counts of 8. And they were like, 2? That's it? I was like, do whatever
Do
you
what you want.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Wow.
Live your
Yeah.
life. brave.
Can you imagine being at this wedding? Oh my God.
I know.
Okay, so listen, and Trevor, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah.
What is the secret to working together and not bringing like rehearsal notes to the dining table?
I'm not gonna lie, it's difficult to shut off the work when you're working so closely and when you're working on so many things at once. But I think it's just communication, right? Like, we have such a wonderful relationship, and I'm so grateful for that. And it's just about being like, hey, I need tonight's dinner just for us. I need to just focus on the spaghetti and meatballs and nothing else. And so we make sure that we have those moments, or we'll be like, hey, tonight's date is don't even talk about work once. So we try to communicate, but also sometimes, you know, we'll be laying in bed, be like, what do you think for this part? And it just happens.
It happens. You pull out your phone, write it in the notes.
And you just end up dancing in bed. You just
exactly.
Listen. You gotta have a good time.
At all times, at all times. All right, so Jordan, we cannot have you here without talking about your So You Think You Can Dance Canada win. That season is still one to be remembered, one of the most iconic seasons ever. So what was it like being crowned Canada's favorite dancer? And you were only 19 at that time. You're a baby.
I know. I was just a little baby. It's kind of wild to think about, you know, so much time has passed. I won't say how many years, but you know, it's been a second, and I'm truly honored to have gotten that title.
Yeah, look at this moment. This is the moment you found out, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen this clip in a really long time, actually.
Look at that joy.
I was truly blown away that it happened, and still to this day.
I know we can see how you're getting emotional.
Yeah. And you're so jacked at that time. Look how jacked you were.
And naked. Oh my goodness.
All right, we can't let you go because we want to play a game with you.
Okay.
A dance couple type game. We have some paddles for you. This is going to be rapid fire.
Okay.
We're going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
All right.
The pressure's on, Trev.
All right, let's go.
The first one. Who is most likely to be the one who forgets the choreography? The first to forget the choreography?
Oh, I feel like me. Let's just be
You
honest.
answered way too fast, girl.
You didn't even have to think about that.
No, I knew. I knew. They said rapid, okay?
Yeah.
All right,
That's
next
definitely
one. Who is most likely to be the most competitive when it's not a competition?
Oh, Jordan all day.
Wow.
She might dance battle me right now. You never know.
right.
We're never safe.
Who's the most likely to take longer to get ready for a performance?
Jordan all day.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's the hair, the makeup, the stuff.
Listen,
No,
it's
that's
different.
Yeah,
It's
she's got
different.
lots to do. She's
All
got
right.
lots to do.
So who is most likely to turn a random song into a full-blown routine?
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like me, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely you.
I do contemporary solos for her just in the middle of the day in the living room.
It's so true.
What a treat. All right, who is most likely to correct the other person's form?
Oh, Jordan all day. We tried to do partner dance. She's like, you know, you're not supposed to step on my feet, right? I'm like, oh, you're not supposed to step on my feet?
Listen, sometimes you gotta let them know.
Yes. Well, you are the winner, so you think you can dance
Yeah,
Canada.
that's
So
all
you
I'm
gotta-
saying.
It's true.
You gotta let them know, girl. Jordan,
It's
you gotta
not
let them know.
easy.
Listen, it has been an honor having the both of you here. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. And a reminder, tickets to the Next Step Legacy Tour are available at thenextstep.admit1.com. Stay right where you are. We'll be right back.
Extra, extra! The Social now streaming on Crave. Thanks a lot. This is awesome. You guys are out here. Streaming on Crave. Sorry. Oh, that's amazing. The Social now also streaming on Crave. Welcome back, everyone. Tomorrow on The Social, we have a guide to beauty swaps for Valentine's Day gifts. You know, like instead of a box of chocolate, maybe you get like chocolate
Box of
face
lipstick?
cream. But better than that, because I'm not the expert on that, if you can believe it. Plus, If Only Love, author Shelley Saywell joins us to talk about first loves and second chances. Hey, Farah, we love you.
I love you guys. I love you guys so much. So great to
And
have
you guys were incredible. Thank you for making
what an
today
audience.
so beautiful. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.